has had a ton of celebrities on her show over the years, but you may be surprised to know that she's made some enemies along the way. Welcome to Beyond the Screen, I'm Nate, and these are the celebrities who destroyed their career speaking out against Oprah. Number 10, Lance Armstrong. 7-time Tour de France winner Lance Armstrong has gone down in history as a man who is unable to ride a bike without chemical training wheels. In an interview with Oprah Winfrey from 2013, Lance was brought on to discuss the allegations floating around regarding his status as a Tour de France winner. While several sources claimed that Lance had to take performance-enhancing substances to win each and every race, as well as a type of transfusion involving the red life juice that lives inside of all of us. Armstrong went on air and fessed up to every single thing that they were claiming he had done. However, he did deny the notion that he was some kind of like a mastermind who would control his teammates and force them to join in his extracurricular activities. But amidst his admission of guilt, say that 10 times fast, there was a moment where he tried to pin the situation on his battle with cancer. He wraps it up by saying that he should have tried harder to cancel the culture rather than create more of a problem. He was stripped of all 7 Tour de France titles and has since lived in exile among the cycling world. Number 9, the Fabricated Memoir. Oprah launched her book club in 1996, a reading encouraging segment from her talk show that turned any book that she chose into a bestseller. In September 2005, Winfrey picked A Million Little Pieces, a brutal and painful memoir by James Frett about his years-long struggle with substance control issues. A Million Little Pieces became the best-selling non-fiction book of the year, and Frey was asked to appear on her talk show to discuss the book that Oprah called gut-wrenching. However, the following year, a news outlet ran a very expositive article about Frey after it was discovered that he made up or juiced large portions of his memoir. For example, there's a section of the book that he tells the story of surviving a fatal train crash that took the lives of 2 teenagers when he was never on that train or even involved in that in any way, shape, or form. Weeks after the article broke, Oprah asked Frey to return to the show, where he faced livid viewers and an even more livid Oprah. She told James that she felt duped and betrayed, a feeling that was shared by her audience and millions of readers around the world. She asked why James felt the need to lie to herself and her readers, and he tried everything, making every excuse in the world. He claimed that he altered a lot of the details, but that the overall plot was real, you know? The studio audience responded with a massive wave of boos, gasps, and groans. Winfrey later apologized for the mistreatment from her audience, as it wasn't her intention, but the damage was already done, and his career as a writer is non-existent. Number 8, Kid Rock. Kid has never been shy about his opinions on anything, especially when it comes to Oprah Winfrey. A while back, Kid Rock was escorted out of his own steakhouse in Nashville for ranting about Oprah in a no-no juice-fueled tirade. He told TMZ that his PR team actually tried to get him on the Oprah show at one point. Oprah's team just wanted him to write down 5 reasons why he loved her show, and he said F that and threw away that piece of paper that they gave him. Over the following years and to this day, he has tweeted his opinions and feelings about Oprah, with the big summary being that he just kinda doesn't vibe with her. Literally saying that he couldn't explain why he hated her, maybe it was because he didn't believe that she was nice or charitable, but that he was certain that she was secretly a menace. Kid's career hasn't been great in general, but these comments about Oprah did not help his case. Number 7, David Letterman. A majority of the world believes that Oprah's feud with David Letterman dates back to 1995 after he made an awkward joke at the Academy Awards, but Letterman claims that their beef actually started a lot earlier than that. According to an interview between David and late-night host Jon Stewart, David claims that his feud with Oprah began many years before the Oscars. He explained that he ran into Oprah when they were both on vacation with other people, and explained that she was with Stedman at the time and he was with his then-girlfriend Regina. David decided it would be funny to prank Oprah one day at lunch. The story goes that the waiter walked past him and he simply pointed to Oprah and said, "That woman right there? Yep, she's been kind enough to take care of our check." They then got up and left Oprah with the bill. Yeah, I'm not surprised that she's not stoked about that. Even millionaires don't appreciate sneaky people. Winfrey has never cited that as being the source of her anger, though apparently she felt the feud began when she was a guest on his talk show in 1986. David continued to make rude jokes at her expense and made her feel extremely uncomfortable. She didn't speak to him for 16 years after that. Now, David is a strange man, especially when it comes to female guests, so it's no surprise that that she was uncomfortable the entire time. Number 6. Whoopi Goldberg. In author Kitty Kelly's unauthorized Oprah biography, Kelly claims that Whoopi Goldberg became a persona non grata or an unwelcome person to Oprah Winfrey after she was nominated for an Oscar for her role in The Color Purple. The book noted that following the honor, the comedian never appeared on Oprah's show again and was noticeably shunned from her 2006 Legends Ball. It wasn't until Oprah invited the entire cast of The Color Purple onto the show that their feud was addressed. Turns out that Oprah had actually ran into Whoopi at Tyler Perry's party sometime after 2006, and Goldberg confronted Oprah, leading to a hilariously adorable moment between them. She asked Oprah why she was mad at her, to which Oprah replied, "Why am I mad at you? I thought you were mad at me." What? They mutually agreed that they really should have just picked up the phone and figured things out like adults. Number 5. Seal. This man may be known for his vocal chops, but he really should be known for his meme-making abilities. Just days after the Golden Globes, Seal posted a meme on Instagram consisting of several photos of Oprah Winfrey cozying up with a man whose name I can't say on the internet because he's heinous. So he's the guy who produced half of Quentin Tarantino's movies. He was the main cause of the Me Too movement, and we're gonna call him Jabba the Hutt for this list. Oprah and Jabba were photographed spending time together, and one photo even made it look like Oprah was pushing singer Rita Ora towards Mr. Hutt. Seal captioned the image by saying a bunch of stuff that I'm not allowed to quote because the gosh darn internet. The meme itself read, "When you have been part of the problem for decades, but suddenly they all think you are the solution." I'm not sure how deep this feud goes, but on the surface it seems that Seal has been trying to warn us about some things for years. Number 4. Ice Cube. Ice may have gotten his career thanks to his epic music chops, but both as a solo artist as well as his time with the NWA. But these days you probably know him as the guy from Ride Along or 21 Jump Street. Ice Cube started acting in movies in 1991, debuting in the film Boys in the Hood as Doughboy. He continued to act over and over again, starring in movies like Friday, Anaconda, and my favorite, Are We There Yet? His dislike for Oprah comes from the fact that while he has starred in several films and has become more widely known for that, she never invited him onto the show. She's even asked his co-stars to appear more often than himself on multiple occasions. In 2006, Ice Cube expressed his frustrations, saying that his barbershop co-stars Cedric the Entertainer and Eve were invited onto the show while he was left onto the sidelines. He pointed out how crazy it is that she has all of these people with dark pasts and convictions onto her show, plus if he wasn't a rags to riches story, who was? If you don't know that story, I recommend you watch the film Straight Outta Compton from 2015. It received massive critical success, and it's never mentioned on Oprah's show once, so go check it out. Number 3, Angelina Jolie. You would imagine that two people who consider themselves to be humanitarians would agree on something, but apparently that's just not the case between Angelina Jolie and Oprah Winfrey. According to an insider close to Miss Winfrey, Angelina actually refused to help Oprah launch her Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for Girls in South Africa. According to the source, Oprah reached out seeking celebrity sponsorship and public backing for her project, but when she reached out to Angelina, she was met with a swift no. Oprah assumed that Angelina, of all people, would jump at the chance to represent such an incredible cause, especially considering how much Angelina apparently just loved Africa. But the no was a devastation, and she would never ask for Angie's help again. Many believe the hate towards Oprah stems from her decision to publicly side with Jennifer Aniston after Angelina had split from Brad Pitt. To be fair to Oprah, that split came literally weeks before the whole Brangelina thing became public, so Number 2, Ludacris. Ludacris appeared on Oprah in 2004 to promote the film Crash. He claimed that Oprah ambushed him with criticism about hip-hop lyrics instead of talking about the critically acclaimed movie that he was there to plug. Luda has since claimed that Oprah edited the show to make herself seem more favorable to her audience. He said that during a separate interview, she edited out a lot of his comments while keeping her own in. Of course, it's her show, but they were doing a show on racial discrimination, and she gave Luda a hard time as a rapper when he came onto the show as an actor. Luda revealed that his interview was extremely last minute, not knowing if it was a real thing until roughly 24 hours before. Following the interview on Oprah, she pulled Luda aside to a green room where he claims to have been berated by the talk show host. According to Oprah, having a rapper on her show just made her feel like she was empowering them. He said it was like being at someone's house who just didn't want you to be there. At that point, he had already been uncomfortable, but that was just a little cherry on top. Her main concern was his use of the N-word in lyrics, but he quickly pointed out the hypocrisy of having people like Dave Chappelle or Chris Rock onto the show who were famous for using the slur in their sets. Oprah's shadiness was on full display following the interview from Luda. And at number 1, Mel Gibson. Now, there was a ton of misinformation spread across the internet since Oprah's whole situation went down. For a while, people believed that Jason Momoa and Tom Hanks had inside information on Oprah and that it needed to be shared, but that was all a lie, and neither of those people ever said a word about Oprah. Another celebrity that's been brought into this mix is Mel Gibson, a man fueled by controversy. For the past few weeks, clips and comments have been making their way across the globe, alleging that Mel Gibson has inside information on Oprah's secret agenda. Yeah, ready to share it with the entire world, but that, once again, is a lie. It turns out that there are people out there who just love using AI to make stuff up. It would appear that someone somewhere wrote controversial Oprah into a bar and bam, Mel Gibson's on the headline. Now, I don't use AI for a lot. I'm not actually sure if you put it in a search bar. I don't know how AI works. But Mel has spoken out claiming that he's never received any inside information and that he was fairly neutral on his so-called hate. So if you see anything about Mel on the internet, just know it's probably not true. Those are the celebrities who destroyed their careers after speaking to Oprah Winfrey. Did we miss anybody that you know is just in the dumps? Please let us know in the comments below. Thank you for stopping beyond the screen. Drop a like if you had fun, and we'll see you next time.